how do I transition from the part-time freelance to the full-time one with the same revenue stream, with the same money stream that I'm getting? Like,
how can I successfully transition to full-time freelance if I'm working full-time and not take a pay cut, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to build a bridge. Do you know how to build bridges?
No,
I'm an expert at building bridges, okay? You have a full-time job, so you have a salary. That's fantastic. Congratulations, man. You got a full-time job. Now, you have all this extra free time because most full-time jobs, at least in the United States, you work 8 hours and you have 24 hours in a day. So when I talked earlier about sacrificing, giving up some things, I give up a little bit of sleep. I give a little bit of personal me time away, so I have a little bit more time in a day. If you can carve out 2 extra hours a day by giving up some things that you really don't need in your life, that would give you 6 extra hours to work, okay?
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with those 6 hours? You're gonna start to develop a website that is positioning your work, that's high quality work, the work that people want to hire other people for, and you're gonna take on some calls after hours, right? They're gonna email you at work and saying, hey, we love your work, we'd love to chat about something. So what you can do is you can start to optimize, because anytime you start doing something over and over again, you need to start to optimize. So you create a Notion board, or you create a Trello board, or you just use TextEdit and save it to the cloud. Here are some canned responses when people inquire about work. You craft that one time, you write it really well. You say, thank you very much for inquiring about my services. Before I schedule a call with you, my work typically starts at this kind of price point. Let's say $5,000. Let's just say, okay, it's an easy number at $5,000. Is this something that you can afford to spend? No. That's the end of your conversation. Yes. Now you know at least it's worth your while to get on the phone with this person, right? Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. This also relates to Sharif's question, is how do you stay motivated to do this, right? When you get paid a lot of money, that's pretty good motivation in my book, because you're thinking, I want to buy that new laptop. And here a person's going to give me $5,000. I can buy 2 laptops. That's motivating. I'll get out of bed for that. Let's do that. Okay? So you build a couple of scripts, kind of generic templates, if you will, on how to respond to inquiries for work. And then you do those jobs, right? At the very beginning, you're tempted to do the work yourself. I'm going to advise you on not to do that. Don't do that. When you get that $5,000 job, turn to one of your friends in New Delhi and say, I like the way you design. I like the way you illustrate. Can I hire you? They're like, yeah. Ask them, how much will it cost me to do X, Y, and Z? They'll give you a number. Almost guaranteed, the number is going to be a lot less than the number that you got paid to do the work. They might say $400. You say, fantastic, do the work for $400. You're still at your job. You collect $4,600 for nurturing the lead. And the reason why you get paid much more than the person who's doing the work is because you spent the time to build a website, to get your SEO right, to do the proper positioning, and to not be afraid to put yourself out there. Your friend from New Delhi who's only doing it for $400 is still relying on Fiverr and Upwork and everything else that they're doing. So you made that effort. So it's a one-time investment. You follow me? Now, inevitably, somebody's going to ask me, is it ethical that if somebody charges you $400 or $500, how can you reasonably charge 10 times as much? And then you're going to start to quickly realize this is arbitrage at play. You buy low, you sell high. Here's the thing. If that client of yours knew who to call and who to hire and had the ability to art direct them and manage the project, they would have cut you out, but they don't. On the other side, they create a person who's doing the work, doesn't know where the clients are, has no clue on how to get there, has never watched a single episode on our channel, nor read an article that we posted. They have no idea. You are that bridge between those two people. For brokering that deal, you make the lion's share of the money. And you pay somebody what they think is fair. Not what you think is fair, you pay them what they think is fair. That's what matters.
Okay.
Your ability to negotiate up and to manage the project determines how much profit you have. If you do that over time, you're going to start to realize, wait a minute, I'm making way more money on a few side jobs than I am at work. It's time for me to leave.
Okay.
Okay, you burn that side of the bridge and you move on to the other side of the bridge. And here's the cool part. For everybody that has a full-time job, if you're doing some side hustle, here's the cool part. You have all the leverage. Do not give it away. Since you have a full-time job and you have money to pay for diapers and rent, If the price isn't right, if you get a bad feeling about the client, if it's too much of a rush job, just say, you know what, this is not a good fit for me. Say goodbye. That's the power you have. Do not give away that power. So when you quit your job, all of a sudden you become desperate for the work and you start to take things that you don't need to. Okay? So that's how you change. Okay?